Here's the complete narration compiled into a single text. Welcome to the Middle Ages, a time when religion was at the very heart of life in Europe. For over 1,000 years, the Christian Church shaped every aspect of medieval society, from politics and education to daily rituals and grand expressions of faith. Today, we'll take a closer look at the profound role religion played during this fascinating era. During the Middle Ages, the Catholic Church was the most powerful institution in Europe. It was not just a religious organization, it was a central pillar of medieval life. Churches, monasteries, and cathedrals dotted the landscape, serving as places of worship, education, and even political influence. Monasteries, like those of the Benedictines, became centers of learning where monks preserved ancient texts and copied manuscripts by hand, keeping knowledge alive during the so-called Dark Ages. The Church's influence extended far beyond religion. Popes wielded immense power, often acting as mediators between rival kings or even challenging their authority. The concept of the divine right of kings, the belief that monarchs were chosen by God, reinforced the Church's control over secular rulers. Major events, like the coronation of Charlemagne as Holy Roman Emperor by Pope Leo Roman III in 800 AD, symbolized the deep intertwining of religion and politics. For ordinary people, religion was woven into the fabric of everyday life. Most villages revolved around their local church, which hosted baptisms, weddings, and funerals. Tithing, mandatory contribution of 10% of one's income, funded the church's activities and maintenance. Saints' feast days, pilgrimages, and festivals punctuated the year, offering moments of celebration. Spiritual devotion. Pilgrimages were a common expression of faith in the Middle Ages. People from all walks of life traveled great distances to visit sacred sites, like Santiago de Compostela in Spain or Canterbury in England. These journeys were acts of devotion, penance, or the hope of miraculous healing. Pilgrimages also connected people across Europe, fostering cultural exchange and trade. The medieval period was also marked by the Crusades, a series of religious wars aimed at reclaiming the Holy Land from Muslim control. While the Crusades were framed as a holy mission, they had far-reaching consequences, including the expansion of trade networks, cultural exchanges, and shifts in power. These events showcased how deeply religion influenced international politics and warfare, but the Church's dominance wasn't without challenges. Heresies, or beliefs that deviated from official doctrine, occasionally arose, threatening the Church's authority. Movements like those of the Cathars or the Lollards were met with harsh suppression, including the establishment of the Inquisition to root out heresy. These moments reflect the Church's determination to maintain control over both faith and society. Yet, religion in the Middle Ages wasn't solely about power or conflict. It inspired some of the greatest artistic and architectural achievements of the era. Gothic cathedrals, with their soaring spires and intricate stained glass, were built as testaments to faith and human ingenuity. These spaces were designed to lift the spirit and bring worshippers closer to the divine. Religion was the beating heart of medieval Europe, influencing every level of society and leaving a lasting legacy on the continent's culture, politics, and art. From grand cathedrals to humble village churches, the faith of the Middle Ages shaped a world where the sacred and the everyday were deeply intertwined. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the religion of Middle Ages. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, keep exploring history. This narration is structured for smooth delivery and fits a 5-minute video with appropriate pacing.